Karachi burnt. The government remains silent. Tonight we tear through the charade. A blazing inferno at Gul Plaza. A city drowning in crisis. And a government asleep while its people die. This vlog will expose firstly the factual timeline of the Gul Plaza fire, how it started, why it spread, and why people are still missing. Secondly, statistical reality, death, destruction, Karachi's crisis compared to the Western cities. Thirdly, the repeated violence of civic negligence, from male infernos to children falling into open manholes. Fourthly, the ugly truth about water, electricity, crime, livability, and public safety in Karachi. Fifthly, what local government must do, including why new provinces and devolution might be now a necessity. No sugarcoating, no excuses, just truth and accountability. Gul Plaza, how the fire went unchecked. Let me give you the basic facts, verified. Fire broke out approximately at 10:15 to 10:38 p.m. on January 17, 2026 at Gul Plaza on Emejana Road in Sadr, Karachi. Fire started in ground floor shops and likely from a short circuit and then escalated explosively due to highly flammable material, clothes, plastic, cosmetics. The building housed approximately 1,200 shops, now mostly charred ruins. Talking about the human toll, more than 6 confirmed dead, including a firefighter who sacrificed in a system that lacked basic safeguards. More than 20 injured, hospitalized, families devastated. More than 50 officially missing and likely dead or trapped under the rubble. Real numbers are still unknown, and we might not even have access to them. Efforts to fully extinguish took more than 36 hours, and at times the blaze was still not fully controlled, with sections collapsing. Now, why it spread? This was not an accident. It was a predictable catastrophe. No automatic sprinklers, no fire alarms, no evacuation planning, smoking hot factories of flammable goods packed on every floor. This is industrial age risk in a 21st century city. Now let me tell you why the rescue was slow. Witnesses say the fire burned without serious water attack for almost 45 minutes before the firefighters could meaningfully engage because equipment and preparedness were weak. Coming to Karachi's collapse, statistics don't lie. Population and economic burden. When we talk about Karachi, it is not some small town. Population, an urban juggernaut, well over 20 million people, making it one of the world's mega cities. Economic output, largest economy in Pakistan, estimated approximately $190 billion formal economy, generating approximately 25% of national GDP and 35% of tax revenue. Trade hub, handles almost 95% of foreign trade via Port Karachi and Port Qasim. Yet while contributing hugely to Pakistan, citizens suffer basic failures in governance. Talking about livability, global comparison, we'll go through that. Karachi is one of the least livable cities in the world, ranked 170th out of 173 cities in 2025 Global Livability Index, just above Dhaka and Damascus. This index measures stability, healthcare, infrastructure, education, and environment. Categories essential to human safety. Meanwhile, London ranks far higher, almost 54th, New York 69th. These cities still burn the midnight oil, updating safety standards, evacuation plans, fire services, emergency readiness. Yet Karachi does not even have guaranteed safe water, roads, drains, or fire exit compliance. When we look at crime and public safety, Karachi's crime situation is severe. Street crimes like snatching and theft are persistent, in fact growing, with thousands of incidents reported monthly. Community perception of safety is very low, and while certain homicide data might be less than some US cities, quality of life and personal safety are significantly worse because infrastructure protection is absent, not just crime numbers. Karachi suffers crime and state neglect. unlike these cities which invest in prevention and rescue. When we talk about the water crisis, over half of Karachi's residents are regularly deprived of clean drinking water, even in the wealthy zones. Pipelines break, distribution fails. City needs 1,080 to 1,200 million gallons every day, but supplies barely 640 mgd, leaving massive gaps. Huge water losses, 30 to 40% from leaks due to aging infrastructure. Let's talk about electricity and services. Unstable grid, rolling blackouts, and unmanaged load shedding cripple daily life. No coherent public safety planning even exists. Now let's analyze the systematic negligence. It is a pattern, not accidents. Remember the child falling into the manhole? A toddler tragically fell into an uncapped sewer with no barricades, and it took 15 hours, more than 15 hours, to recover his body, with authorities slow and ill-prepared. This pattern is shredding human life. A child now, shopkeepers lost, all because civic system failed repeatedly. This is death by neglect, not destiny. If this had happened in New York or London, developed countries, or even underdeveloping countries, stop and imagine. Now, a fire breaks out in Manhattan, God forbid. FDNY responds within minutes. Buildings have sprinklers, alarms, evacuation protocols. People would survive. Imagine a blazing mall in London, God forbid. London Fire Brigade would have command and control, structural engineers on site. Rescue operations wouldn't wait, but in Karachi, firefighters struggle to access interior due to lack of stair safety, smoke control, and proper equipment. This is not just tragedy. It's urban governance failure. Now let me tell you what the root cause is. Centralized failure and corrupt local governance. Karachi's governance is fragmented. City services are controlled from Karachi Metropolitan Corporation, KMC, and disputed political authority with very weak mandate. Provincial leadership rarely enforces fire safety codes, building inspections, or disaster planning. This is not just cities. Karachi is ignored because power is concentrated far from the people. Now, according to me, what is the true solution? Local government and new provinces. You might not like the idea, especially some political parties, but let me be very clear and blunt. Here's the NLS manifesto. Number 1, create multiple provinces. Karachi is too big to be managed as one, and Islamabad itself is being divided. If Islamabad gets subdivision for better governance, then why not Karachi's own provincial governance? Empower central districts with full disaster planning authority, local fire and emergency services with real budgets, independent crime and safety enforcement, direct federal support tied to performance metrics. Secondly, fully empower the local government. The local government must own fire safety enforcement, zoning and building permits, water infrastructure repair and maintenance, emergency response networks. No more photo ops, please, and no more excuses. And now the final word as a Pakistani. Karachi deserves better. Gul Plaza was not just a fire. It was a city system collapsing in real time. A child falling into a manhole was not just an accident, it was structural neglect. A government appearing only after tragedy is not governance. It's just a theater. If Karachi was New York, where life matters, it would not burn for 24 plus hours. If Karachi was London, where life matters, it would have been prepared, prevented and protected. Karachi is Pakistan's heart. Yet, its lifeblood is bleeding because governance fails the people. This time is for accountability. No more apologies. This is time for devolution. No more delegation. This is time for real local power before the next inferno claims more souls. You're watching 360 Digital English. I am Fariha Farooq. Sorry if I offend some. Take care. Allah Hafiz.